Okay. I just I just had to record something right now because I'm very upset at this this right here. Okay. I was just on Amazon and I was like, all right, I'm finna order me some light novels, right? I'm about to order light novels, so I was like, okay, and I was ordering this one, and I was like, okay, well, let me just look at like some of the like comments, just because I was already gonna buy it, but I was just like, I wonder what some of the comments say about this. There are just too many intelligent people on this planet. Like, they're just too intelligent. Like, oh my gosh, some of these comments, bro. It's just, what? This makes no sense. Okay, I'm gonna just start reading them. That way you can understand like what I'm talking about. Okay, this one in particular. 4 stars for the story, not the execution. All right. Let's just see what this guy's talking about, right? It seems like a pretty specific comment. Like, this guy obviously took time to write it out. Okay, first off, before you read anything else, this is the only English version of this book. If you want to read it, the issues I talk about are just things you're gonna have to put up with. Obviously, yes, this is translated. So this guy understands that it's translated, right? Okay, I'm giving 4 stars for the story, not the execution. The execution is horrible. Okay, what does he mean? What happens to the main character, how he deals with it, his unique, dark take on everything that happens around him. Yeah, okay, yep, the story, whatever, okay. Get past the main character's uniqueness, and everything else is about what readers of the genre otaku get thrown into a game fantasy role will expect. Okay, I don't know if that was like a burn on the book. I honestly have no idea what this guy's saying here. Like, get past the main character's uniqueness. Like, does he not want the uniqueness of the main character? I don't know what he's talking about, but that's aside. Okay, aside from that, the writer, all right, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name, has some very poor writing habits. Poor writing habits? What do you mean? What do you mean poor writing habits? Right? Okay. What is he talking about? What's this guy talking about? Anytime there's a detail that they feel the readers need to know about, but which wasn't mentioned, instead of editing things so that the information shows up where it should, the author just has Naofi break into whatever he's doing to say, by the way, such and such means such, or for your information, I did this thing earlier. Okay, what do you mean, bruh? That's literally standard. Because writing light novels, it's written in a way that's supposed to flow very well, like an anime, so you could... It literally, like, light novels turn into anime, right? That's literally how you're supposed to write it. That's exactly how it's supposed to be written. That's in the genre. That's a genre basic, bro. That's legit what the genre is. That's something that happens in, like, all books in the genre. All books in the genre. Like, that, what do you mean, poor writing habits? That's just the genre. That's literally how light novels are written. That happens in all light novels. Okay, by the way, such and such, yeah, blah, okay, blah. Okay, another thing that really bugs me is when anyone says anything, are there ever any direct indicators as to who's saying what? What? That's like more standard than the thing he was talking about before. That's literally why people like reading light novels, right? Because you don't have to deal with all the he said, she said, they said, when like 90% of the time you can figure it out anyway. Like, it's pretty simple. And he's like, what? Poor execution for this? That's literally just what a light novel is. That's the reason it has its own separate genre, right? Like, what are you even talking about? He literally starts off like, this is the only English version of this book. You know it's translated. You know that this is like, he knows that, like, what light novels are, because he knows they're in Japanese. I don't understand. Also, Also, for some reason, the publisher decided every instance of Naofumi-san needed to be changed to Mr. Naofumi, even though the book is rife with Japaneseisms. Also typos. Plenty of them. Okay, literally, every light novel that gets translated to English. What is this guy's problem? Like, I don't get it. Like, he's just literally saying, this book, in case you didn't know, this book was written in Japanese. That's literally what it just says. And also, literally, Naofumi-san, alright, Mr. Naofumi, that's because literally Everyone in the book calls him Naofumi Sama because he's their master. That extremely roughly translates to Mr. Naofumi because he's their superior. They're really calling him like Master Naofumi or like Master or like whatever, like that. Like, and so every time they use his name, they say Sama because he's their superior. That's literally why that is like that. All right. Like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about at all. Why are you writing this comment? Like, why do people write comments when they don't know what they're talking about? Like, I don't understand. That's not even all. Okay, this one, I don't know. Okay, that I didn't read that because that guy sounded like he was okay. Okay, what is this? Let's just read this. I got into this light novel due to having read some of the manga, which gave the impression that some of the content was condensed or left out. Yep, okay, yep, that's pretty much every anime or like TV show in general, like whatever, movie too. There's also consideration that I just wanted to know what happened next, and the light novels were further along than the manga was. Okay. What stands out most of all is that our protagonist has an incredibly hard time of things due to certain events, or rather than keep am I just reading this badly? I think I'm just reading this badly. Look, he actually goes the opposite direction. He goes dark, super dark. Yep. That's literally what makes the novel good. Yep. Yep. Okay, I think this guy was just talking. Ever read a story about someone being summoned to another world so that they can help save it whilst... Okay. No, okay. Weird spacing issues. See, I think I found a different one that was I had to find it. All right, I found a different one that was upsetting me quite a bit. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. You know, figures they be in the lower in the lower star section. All right, this guy. Okay, this guy. My husband and I got into the book after really enjoying the anime. If you're expecting some great classic novel, it's not this book. Right there. If you're expecting some great classic novel, it's not this book. Really? I didn't realize, because it's a light novel. Why are you expecting a classic novel when that just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. So, shit, they bought this book expecting a classic novel. Bro, that's... What? Okay, like, what? Why would you even say that? It's obviously not a classic novel, it's a light novel. Like, I understand if you, like, made the mistake and you were like, oh, it says light novel, that's just a shorter version of a novel, not realizing that it's, like Japanese, right? Okay, and then they have some stuff about the pages getting ripped out, which, I mean, that's like Amazon. That's nothing to do with the book, right? Crappy Writers tells the story and gives a little extra info. If debating whether to read this or just watch the show, I just watched the show. It took longer to watch the first season than it did to read this. Okay. The manga that is based off this is amazing. This is terribly written and should be forgotten. Author's skill is below what I would call amateur. It reads like something you're on a 5th grader. What I would understand. Original novel. The original novel is even worse. Do yourself a favor, stick to the manga. These people do not realize that, okay, I've read the entire manga, right? I haven't read the light novels, okay, I'll be honest. But it can't be any worse than the manga. The manga literally has the same issues. It's because it's translated from Japanese, and things don't translate well, and Japanese people, like, leave out, not vowels, what the fuck, fucking, like, the and stuff like that. They just read out, like, just random shit that just makes it make no sense, right? That's literally how it was in the manga, too. I literally read the manga. I read the entire manga, past the anime, actually. That's literally how the manga was, too. I was like, I don't understand why these people are, like, now, like, talking about it, like, in a book. Well, I guess it's in a book format, but, like, this is literally the same issue that the manga has. Not a manga, and by that, I mean no pictures. It's a manga, no pictures. I got it from Kendo, so if you want to read the... This guy is retarded. What? It's a light novel. It literally says it's a book. I can't show it to you, but I literally have the actual manga sitting on my shelf that I bought from Amazon. All right, not the manga. No shit, it's not the manga. Okay. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. At first, I thought this book was going to be pretty good. It appears it was going down a different path than most light novels, and I was very excited to see. But after reading the first two novels, I realized that this series is literally a super generic light novel with bad writing thrown in. I mean, super generic light novel? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Like, bro, I watched the anime. I read the manga. Super generic is not what I'd call this, right? I'd call this extremely ungeneric, right? Like, in the first place, people act like getting thrown into another world. Like, there are only a handful of otherworld animes that are actually good. Animes, light novels, like mangas in the first place that are actually good, right? And people act like it's like it's like a thriving genre everywhere. Like, there's just like a generic standard. And I mean, there is a generic standard for good ones, right? A lot of the good ones kind of sound like kind of the same. Like, okay, like I could list off a bunch of ones that are good. Konosuba, okay. What else? Overlord's really good. Okay. What else is really good? People like That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I don't know. I think that one was kind of bad. ReZero, pretty good, pretty well executed, right? Rising the Shield Hero, right? Like, all those are pretty good. Like, they all are kind of like very unique, and like this is like a pretty unique story in my opinion. Like, I don't know what this guy is kind of talking about, like saying, okay, like the main character is the main thing that's unique about the story, because he's like a bad guy, like, right? He's a super bad guy. Like, that's not in most light novels. Okay. Extremely shallow characters, which all follow one of the well-known harem types. Where? They don't have any tsunderes, right? They have one lolly character. There's one lolly character, and then the rest of the people are like idiots, right? That's literally what the book is. What do you mean well-known harem types? There's literally no like, what? Like, no, they have like one lolly character. Like, none of them follow any of the harem types. They have no tsunderes, right? In fact, everyone in the hero's party isn't even into Naofumi, right? There's that one girl, I forgot what her name is, with the green hair. Like, what do you mean? Okay, what's this guy saying? Extremely shallow characters, which all follow one of the well-known hair types, not really, as well as systems that straight up don't make sense, and plots that feel as the author didn't know what they wanted to do, so they're just trying to come up with random fights that lead to nowhere. What? Okay, what fight? Okay, let me see. What fight was pointless? Okay, let's see. Let's see. What was the first fight that happened? First thing, okay, he's with, what's his face? That bitch. Her name's literally Bitch. Okay, he's with Bitch. All right, and then they go out and they fight monsters. All right, that was standard. Then he's fighting monsters on his own. Then, okay, what's the first actual fight that happens? I guess the first actual fight that happens is like, oh, spoilers by the way. I guess it's like the wolf, right? The wolf. That was literally a plot device, right? Okay, that literally advanced the plot. Okay, then they're leveling. Then they go fight the village. Okay, then that was a plot device as well, because useless shield hero, the only thing you could do is defend the village, blah 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 blah. No one wanted to help him, right? He was actually being a good guy. You know, that was a plot device that advanced the plot. Then he has a one-on-one with what's his face? Blonde dude. Spear guy. Yep, that's his name. He was a one-on-one with Spear guy, right? That advanced the plot heaps and bounds. Like, literally, what fight is what? I had high hopes this is going to be a unique take on the genre. It is, but it's literally like every other single out there. Bland MC. How is the MC bland? He's the farthest thing from bland. Literally, oh my gosh, he's the farthest thing from bland physically possible. Harem type teammates. Where? He has one little girl lolly, and he has like literally like I'm not gonna say she's unique, but she's not like a tsundere. Like literally, like tsundere would be standard, right? That's standard harem. They're also like the harem isn't even big enough. There's only 2 people. There's only 2 people in the harem. Oh, I guess there's Melty. Melty. There's 2 lollies. There's 2 lollies, right? And I mean, like, what? Like, one of them's like his kid, right? And then the other one's Raftelia. Okay, they have like what? That's not standard harem. Even found a way to shove a lolly type in there, even though the way she comes in makes no sense. What do you mean? There's only 3 characters, and 2 of them are lollies, and they're like, it's not even about the harem aspect, right? Like, the harem aspect is like super low key at best, right? It's not even like a harem, like at all. There's like small amounts of harem, like, right? That's literally it. It's not even like what? Skipped over most of the second one. This man is so dumb. So you skip over half you don't even read it, but you're writing this retarded review. Like, what is wrong with you? He took time out of his day to write this review. Like, if you like he took time out of his day to write this review, but he didn't even read the book. Oh my gosh. Anime did a much better job with telling the story, but all the things in here, just the way it's written and seen in a different light than how the story was in the anime. Okay, I didn't read the entire light novel, but like, you know, you can read light novels online, and the ones online can't be any worse than the ones that are like, because I'm not sure if they're fan translated or like what, or if that's like they just like copy pasted like the light novel like online. But it can't be any worse how they were reading, and they weren't that bad. Like, that's just how all light novels are, just the way it's written. And I've seen a different light than how the story was in the anime. Okay. Here's the thing about the anime. The anime tones down Naofumi like about 20 levels, right? Because in the book, the way it was written, Naofumi is like a super bad guy. Like in the anime, like Naofumi hates everyone. He's like in the anime, like you're like, oh, you know, he's just bitter. No, Naofumi is not bitter. If you read the manga, right, and probably the light novels, right? Well, yeah, the light novels. Naofumi is not just bitter. He hates people. He will like spoiler, but he wants them like, I remember when Mine's name gets changed to bitch. At first he doesn't want to do that. He wants them to go through like extreme physical punishment because he thinks death is like too easy to get off for what they did to him. Like, that's the type of person he is. He's a bad person, right? He's not humane. Like, that's literally the type of character that he wrote. He wrote a unique character. The anime tones it down to be better than the actual viewer. Okay, right here. Okay, let's see. Just the way it's written, seemed different light how the story was in the anime. Well, yeah. Like, the light novel was the original. The MC kind of contradicted himself sometimes, like when he was kind of Raftelia, even though he imagined her dying with glee. What? I read the manga, and that's like, I did not see that. And the manga is pretty like basically the light novel, right? Like pretty standard. Like that's usually how it is. True, she is his tool, but no what? Buy her a ball and hunger in the night. What the fuck? What? What is this guy talking about? Okay, maybe I just didn't read it, because this shit, I had not seen this in the manga at all, and the manga is pretty much the light novel, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I think these people are just on crack. Okay, guys. So I didn't understand what this was saying at first, so but I reread it, and now I kind of get what he's talking about. Okay, so basically, okay, the MC is kind of contradicting himself sometimes. Okay, that's not true. I'm gonna explain exactly what he's talking about. Okay, look, like the time he was kind of Raftelia, even though he imagined her dying with greed. Okay, what that was is he is a bad person, right? I've already explained this. Okay, Raftelia is his tool. So he was like imagining her. He was like, you know, my tool, you know, she should be happy to die for me, right? It was like It was just a small moment. It wasn't even like a big thing. It's just showing the type of person that he became after like he got betrayed, right? It's just like supporting his character. True, she is his tool, but no reason that's literally the character. All right, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Okay, this buy her a ball. I thought it said hung. This guy means hug. Okay, right? He bought her a legit bouncy ball because she wanted it, right? He bought her a legit bouncy ball, and he was hugging her in the night because she was having nightmares of her dead parents. What is this guy talking about? And then this is just an anime thing, right? Why would you talk about her breast and emotional moment? That's just an anime thing. That's just an anime, not even actually, that's just like, not even fit. That's just an anime like type of thing. That's just like a joke. That's just like a joke anime thing, right? Like, this guy just has not read a light novel. Oh my gosh, these people are just not smart, dude. Okay. I'm getting context here, alright? I'm 99% sure that every other light novel is pretty much the same, has the same issues as like Rising the Shield Hero, right? Right, okay. So I'm just gonna look at some of these. So look, we have ReZero, right? ReZero's same genre pretty much. I mean, it's not like, it's kind of, it's different, I'd say, like, but like, right, it's the otherworld story genre, and like it's pretty similar, right? And it should have similar issues, right? First off, so I'm just looking at this 3-star, right? First off, anyone who's unfamiliar with the light novel format thinks they're buying a manga. This is a novella. That's wrong. No, it's not a novella. A novella is a completely different genre. It's a light novel. What he means to say is the length of a novella. It's not a novella, right? Like, okay. What's the definition of novella? Definition of novella? Short, well-structured narrative, often realistic, static, and no, it's not that. No, it's not that. It's definitely not that. It's not that. It's not a novella. This book, main character's superpower is annoying. Just random spoiler, just in the is annoying. He dies and goes back time to be a giant failure over and over again until finally, spoiler alert, you already spoiled it before you even, whatever. Tripping into success, not through his actions, but by luck or fate, bringing all the right people together to solve his problem. How? Okay. In what scenario is he just straight up lucky, right? There's like no scenario, like there are times you could say that he was lucky. Like no, like he was never lucky. Everything that he did. Okay, look, the first arc, what? Okay, he basically, nope, he figured out everything on his own. Okay, the first arc, I guess you could say he got lucky, but like, I mean, it wasn't, he didn't really get lucky. Like, everything was as a result of his actions, right? Like, it wasn't just random chance that any of this stuff happened. Like, okay, this guy is dumb, bruh. No. Kind of slow main character who needs others to solve his problems. I mean, that's kind of the entire point of the anime. That's literally a plot point, is that he's completely useless. That's like actually a plot point. That's actually a plot point. Why are you like criticizing a story for its plot? Like, it's just, that's literally what the story's talking about. He's useless. The main character, he literally can't do anything on his own. Yes, that's literally, yes. That's literally honestly not the worst way I read, but I kind of don't like it. He doesn't like it. Okay, whatever. Okay, ReZero offers yet another take on transporting to a fantasy video game world type story. Though here we don't know if it's a video game or not, but the offers afterward clearly implied that he was inspired by RPG games anyway. What do you mean you don't know it's a video? You do know it's a video. It's not a video game. All right. Further, the lead character likes to talk of things in such a way that you might as well. Yep, that's standard. That's standard than genre. Yep, that's literally happens all the time. Yep. Yes. Yes, yes, we know it's a joke. It's a joke. Yes, dude. Yes, it's a joke. Fairly unique. We have a non-prodigy type lead character. Yep. 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 What is he doing? He didn't read it. 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 He didn't read the book. He didn't read the book. He didn't read the book. This spoiler. Okay. The main character lies to him when she first, or the main heroine lies to him when he first meets her, and he says that her name's Satala. Her name's not Satala. Her name's Amelia. Okay, right? It's just a straight up lie. He's just like, he's just casually, yeah, that's who she is. Oh my god. He's retarded. What? Another girl, an old man, and even the antagonist. And who's the antagonist? Just the antagonist. What? Though he is weak, the others around him see him as fairly strong. No, they don't. Literally everyone knows he's weak. Literally the entire plot of the story is him being weak and somehow being able to save them from situations. That's the plot of the story. They're like, wow, you saved us again, even though you're literally useless. That's literally, people literally make jokes about it. It's literally, no, he's not strong. Okay, I know, maybe I get what this guy's talking about, but it's very poor wording if that is what he's talking about. Violence for that makes it somewhat easier to read through without having a prodigy lead. Anytime Subaru lead feels like a kind of cringe because it feels so awkward and actually awful. Yes, that's the point of the story. That's literally the point of the story, right? He's a shut-in otaku like NEET. Then the gimmick of the story gets in and we have to relive some of these failures many times. Yes, that's literally the point of the story. The point of the story is that Subaru sucks, bro. Yes, that's the point of the story. He's trash. He relies on everyone to do everything, and he like basically he just bangs his head into a wall until he gets stuff correct, and he has like zero mental. Yes, that's the point of the story. The end of the story is his greatest weakness as we relive many of the scenes, and it sadly means pacing is sacrificed in order to or retread. I think it means retread. I don't know. I can't read. I found myself skipping some of the retreat moments because they either offer nothing. No wonder this guy doesn't understand the story, because he just skips it. Why do people write reviews without reading the story? Okay, where is it? Where's the Satala guy? No, is this the Satala guy? Yep. This is exactly why he doesn't understand the story, because he just skips it. He just straight up will stick with, oh my god. Why do you write a review if you didn't even read the story? Don't expect to get the manga version of this. You'll end up getting a regular chapter book. What? It's not a manga. It's not a manga, bro. It's not a manga. Okay, this is a light novel. Why did people buy light novels and not realize that it's not a manga, right? There's a clear difference. There's a clear difference between a manga and this, right? You should know. You should realize. Okay, the 2 stars in your review. By the writing style and translation. Okay, at least this guy knows that's a translation, and he's not like, the writer is so horrible. Oh my gosh, this guy wrote a lot. Okay. Unmotivated Nova. Okay, yep. Okay, prepared in a sense for this unexpected occurrence of a lifetime of anime. He prepared. Yep. Okay. I've hardly been so simultaneously interested and annoyed as when reading this light novel. Concept is decent. There are good action moments, and some of the humor works. Okay, like any book. But a lot of the humor is overdone, unfunny. Okay, main character is generally unlikable. Yep. Honestly, I agree with this. Like, Subaru is really annoying. Honestly. And he's really stupid, and you, like, cringe at him. That's literally the point. Alright, okay. Not criticizing Mio. And the writing style is atrocious. Okay, not writing style. Literally, everyone says the same thing about light novels, right? They said it on Rising the Shield Hero, bro. They're like, the writing style is horrible. Like, no. Like, no, the writing style is not horrible. A, is translated. B, like, okay, what people don't seem to understand is that shit doesn't just directly you don't just copy paste it into, like, Google and then have it just directly translate. No, they have to have someone go through and, like, pick out words that make the most sense, right? And then people who translate it aren't rewriting the story. They aren't rewriting the story so that an English speaker can read it and be like, oh, you know, this is, you know, oh, this is what he means by that. No, right? They literally just, they say, okay, well, we have to replace this word here with one word in English. And that's why it seems trash. That's why the writing seems trash, right? That's what people don't understand about it, right? They're not translating it so that you can read it. Oh, no, I mean, they are translating it so that you can read it. They're not translating it so that you can read it well. If you want to read it well, read the original Japanese. Like, and I mean, if you have any type of understanding of Japanese, you understand that you can understand what, like, they mean. Like, I did a little bit of research on Japanese, so I probably understand more than most people. But even just by watching anime and just by, like, random knowledge I picked up by just watching a bunch of anime, I can understand, like, what people are trying to say. Like, when I read light novels online, like, it's pretty simple, right? People don't understand. Okay, whatever. In the writing context, redundancy of describing everything as Subaru's point of view and then summarizing the same thing again in dialogue or his thoughts, that's a clunky. No, that's just light novels. Okay. Top of that, the issue is extremely awkward phrasing. Yes, extremely awkward phrasing. Yes, it's translated. Okay, it's translated. Yes, translated. Not writing style. Translation. Okay. It's not a writing style. It's translation. Obviously, instances of poor translation. It's not poor translation. All right. Light novels don't sell in America. Okay. They're selling them in Japan. Literally, they're just being like, this is just like a side money gig, right? They're not gonna put a bunch of money into translation. Okay. It's just so that, like, some small instance of, like, Americans can enjoy the story. Okay. That's literally all it is. They're not putting money in translation. Like, this is what people don't understand when they write stupid reviews like this. Like, you should already know this. You should already know, dude. Like, the same thing happens when, like, people ask, like, oh, this series was popular in America. You think it's gonna get an adaptation? No, it needs to sell in Japan. Literally, all Americans do is buy streaming services or pirate it. Like, right? That's it. The same thing with this. I could literally read the same thing online. Buying this book, I could go online and read the exact same thing, right? 9 times out of 10. Right? I'm buying the book so that I don't have to read it online because I don't like reading online, right? That's why I'm buying the book. Okay, I could literally go online right now, look up this, and read it for free, right? That's why they're not spending a bunch of money on translation. That's what people don't understand. Like, pacing of this book is hampered a bit by the production. If you somehow manage to avoid the spoiler on the back cover, I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything about that. Okay. Since those descriptions came from the original publication, perhaps it never meant to be much of a secret, but knowing more, it's expected to read in the book itself for a long or their aspect contributing to reading they building up to that realization. Okay, so basically saying the back was a spoiler. Okay, it's a shame, really, is again core promising. Like, the same problem. People don't realize that it's in Japanese, right? Like, they expect to be, like, hand-fed, like, books. No, it's for Japanese people. It's for people in Japan, right, who can read Japanese. They're not putting money into translating it. I enjoy ReZero when it was airing. I decided to pick a light novel, see if it was airing. At least say it was not. Your opinion. Okay, this has to be one of those boring novels I've ever read. Text is so uninspiring. It was dull, hard to make it but the book without freaking stops along the way. I really want to enjoy this since I like the anime adaptation. Lacks any flair, just boring words on a page. Okay, again, translation issues. Okay, really good story, but translation. Yes, see, look, this guy knows what he's talking about. Look, good story, translation bad. Exactly. That's literally what it is. That's literally what it is, right? That's literally what it is. It's not the author can't write. It's not, the book is trash. It's not the story is boring. Good story, bad translation. That's literally what it is. Dude, I just hate reading these. Okay, I'm not sure how many times I'll try to get through this book. 4 attempts, then the writing has turned me off each time. I can't get through the beginning to see if there is enough plot to entertain. That's all I can say. I don't like the main character. I can't get into the tale. It just wasn't a book I can recommend. Okay, that's fair. Alright, I mean, I'm not saying you have to force yourself to read it, but why my question is, why write a review? I didn't read the book, I couldn't get into it. You're writing a review saying that. I didn't read the book because I couldn't get into it. Me personally couldn't get into it. Like, you're just discouraging people for no reason. Like, right? I personally couldn't get into it. Like that's literally what you're saying, right? That's literally just, I freaking hate. Okay, I'm gonna look at one more. Okay, here we have Overlord, a series that I love. I love Overlord. It's one of my favorite series. It's really good. I'm just waiting to see people butcher it in review, right? Like, okay, let's go to the 3-star reviews. Okay, I decided to read this book after watching the first season of the anime. There aren't that big differences between the two, with the exception that the light novels gives more insight. Yes, that's why people buy the light novels. And program internal thoughts, and thus as a darker tone. Yeah, look, anime tones down everything, man. That's why I said, like, manga, light novels, like, that's where you actually want to get touch story, man. Like, that's the meat, you know what I'm saying? The story is set up, not unique, human, addicted to ML. Yep, not unique. Yep, it's not. The book is the main series introduction. So okay, this guy is just talking about the book. No, we want stupid people, all right? Usually with books turned into movies and shows, they have to cut a lot of plot. You end up missing some of the backstory. However, that's not the case. Well, I'll tell you, the author gives way too much in-depth, vicious, repetitive, minute details about every teensy little thing, event, and person. So all the show had to do was cut out that stuff. Trust me, you'll miss almost nothing good. Okay. Well, I mean, the reason that people buy the light novels in the first place is to find out that stuff. Like, right? I mean, like, it doesn't matter if it's major plot point or not, because that's literally why people read the manga. That's why people watch the show, read the manga. I do that too, because I was like, oh, because I was reading Rise of the Shield Hero, prime example, and I was like, oh, I didn't know the character was that dark. I didn't know the character was, like, evil, right? Because in the show, it just looks like he's a good guy, except he's really bitter because he got screwed over, right? No, that he's a bad person. I didn't know that. That's why I read the manga, bro. All the other major problems I have with the series, which unfortunately made its way into the show, what major problems? Okay. Is its conversation of some of the cringiest I've ever read. Any conversation with Ainz, the Overlord, anyone else just she's worshipped like a god. Yes, he is a god. He is a god. They literally reference, I forgot what it is. Oh, fuck. Literally the entire show. There's Bible references in the show. Literally the entire Overlord thing is a reference to it's some pseudo Christianity. I forgot what it is. Oh, okay. Wait, okay. Supreme beings. I forgot what it is. Supreme beings. Religion. I forgot what it is. It's like a shit. Dude, I literally knew. Well, it's like 41 supreme beings. Okay, well, maybe if I look this up. Okay, if I don't find it here, then okay, look. Is that okay? No, that's okay. I don't know. It's literally the whole like supreme beings thing is a reference to like a pseudo Christianity, right? Where they're gods. Literally, the whole point is that they're gods. They literally tell you Ainz is a god to all of his subordinates. Yes. And because there's so much shut-in, he has difficulty living. Yes, that's literally what it is. That's literally what it is. Yes, that's the entire point. I don't understand why this guy is criticizing him for what the author meant to do. Like, you can say, I didn't like the book. Don't say, oh, it's so stupid because XYZ. That's literally what the author meant to do. He's constantly has to be fake, high and mighty, and knowing everything. Okay, yeah, yep, that's yep. Remotes and many times. Ah, should have expected nothing less. Yes, 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 yep. Sin managed to shoehorn in the whole harem protagonist type. Okay, okay. One, I just don't understand that, because that whole harem, like, unless it's an ecchi anime, right? No one ever does anything with the main character. The main character is always super indecisive anyway. And I like this because he actually has a reason to not like be indecisive, right? And like he's like not choosing, and it's not just being annoying, right? And like I don't understand why he's like talking about like shoehorning into that whole harem thing. I don't know. Now on to the good. Okay, we don't care about the good because you're stupid. All right, no, not that. About the Kindle version, where are the illustrations? He docked 2 stars just for illustrations. Dude, this guy is like in 7th grade. Anime FanDev will probably do better job at translation. Yes, they don't put money into translation. Yes, we already know this. We've already discussed this at length. Gift. 3 stars. Gift. Book content is great. Why the package is horrible? Okay, Amazon. That's Amazon. Translating. The translation was decent. But I think for anyone not familiar with the genre, its main terms of the book we're struggling to understand. I think that adding 2 pages long glossary at the end of the book, yep. Explain some of the video game era will be a great help. Yep. Okay. Literally everyone has the same issues with light novels. Okay, I'm not stupid. Okay, look. Problem with light novels. It's written for Japanese people. It's translated poorly because they're not putting money into translation, because American sales don't matter. And in fact, most Americans who actually want to read it don't buy it in the first place. What they do is they go online and they like, look, I can do it right now. Overlord Light Novel Volume 1 online free. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can read it. Okay, blah. Okay. Let's see, right here. Yep. For the girl who's listened to blah 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 blah. Let's see. Do. Is this the actual light novel? Oh, this is like oh, yep, here it is, yep, Yggdrasil, yep, here is the entire light novel, yep, the entire light novel online. No reason to buy this. Go do this. That's why it would be stupid for them to put a bunch of money in the translation when people can just do this. 10 people bought it. Everyone else went on here. You see how simple that was? Took 10 seconds. Already leaving the light novel. Why am I buying the light novel? Because I don't want to do that. That's literally the only reason. I don't want to do that. That's literally it. I can easily read any light novel I want online. That's why they're not putting a bunch of money in translation. Literally, it makes no sense. Okay? If they did, these would just be better. Right? And then, like, they would have wasted money because 90% of people would just read it online, right? That's why translation is bad. They're not meant to sell to Americans, right? They're meant to sell to Japanese people. Like, that's what people don't understand when they talk about, oh, translation is bad or XYZ, right? The same thing with anime. People don't realize it because there are companies that are like that are dubbing it better. Or, I mean, I'm opening a package, but I'm really trash. I'm like a shut-in meat level of package opening. Like, open my pickles, please. I still can't do it. I'm gonna have to get scissors. Anyway, okay, like, the reason anime seems better is because you don't notice, like, the obvious flaws because you're reading, like, one point at a time. And if you don't understand Japanese very well, first of all, anime translations, they translate a bunch of things wrong all the time. And if you know some Japanese, you can tell when, like, sometimes a character will say, like, thank, like, the dub will say, like, thank you when they said, like, sorry. And that's, like, that, like, changes, like, your view of the character, right? And you're, like, just little things like that, right? When someone would say like sorry or like you know, they'll say like komenasai or like suman, like that. Like but then it'll show up as like thank you or like thanks. But it's like it's really saying like excuse me, right? Like, you know, like it's a like it's hard to explain in English, but like it's a different tone than saying just like thanks. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Like you won't notice it in the in the anime because there's pictures and you know like things are moving and you can understand, you can infer most of the stuff without like reading it anyway, right? But in like light novels, the whole entire characters get messed up because you don't understand that you know when the light novel wrote this, you know, it was really meaning that, right? Like it's the same problem, right? Like same thing with manga, right? Except lesser extent because there's pictures, right? That's the only reason that light novels are like this, right? I just hate people. Like half of them don't read the book and they write bad reviews, and then they like have like these stupid issues that just make no type of sense. Like, you know, the translation was bad. Obviously, like I don't understand how people or they think it's a novel and then they're like disappointed when they read it. It's like, no, it's a light novel. It's a difference. I don't know. I just have to be mad at some people. All right, you know, I'm done. You know, peace out.